Hello everybody, good morning. Today we are talking about these screws over here. What is so special about these screws? Well, what is so special about all of the screws? You may know that on the engine, for example, the screws that hold the head on the block are very, the tightness of those screws, it is very specific, and also you should replace the screws every time you remove the head. And why is that? Because the screws actually, they stretch a bit, quite a bit. And on the case of some cars that has this head of screws, the head itself can break. That is the case of the V8 engines of AMG, for example. They are breaking the heads of the studs of the head, and actually the head comes out, okay, and the head gasket burns. Well, the bolt goes over there on this door strap that I told you about on the video. I can leave the video up here so you to see. The problem is the bolt is already it was already disassembled too many times, and the head of the bolt actually broke. I can show you that later on the video, actually. What did happen is, as I was tightening the bolts, I felt the bolt, the top one, the tightness of the bolt was not consistent. It was always trying to rotate a bit more. So I thought maybe I have a problem with the threads or with the bolt itself or the head of the bolt. So I took out the bolt and I saw something that I did not expect at this point, but anyway, I did. The head of the bolt actually is breaking. So what I did was, before that, what is the problem with having a loose bolt on the door? As you can imagine, as the door is opening and closing with the force of this strap, the springs that are inside of this door strap, what is going to happen is this sheet metal of the door will break, will develop fissures all along the sheet metal, and actually will break, and you will not hear it until it's too late. So it is very important for the force, the torque of the bolts to be correct, and the bolt itself to be in good condition. About the bolt, I will leave a part number, the original part number, down on the description below. So about the old screw, I'm about to do a very short clip so you to understand what is the matter with it. As you can see, the head is crooked. But the new screw, beware of this. I tried to find a universal screw with these measurements. I could not find one with this exact head, with this diameter of the head of the bolt. Well, I could on the origin, on the dealership. It was really a cheap screw. It's not expensive at all. And the thing is, I like to maintain the things original because of several things. First of all, there is an enormous number of parts on your car. All of those together makes your car, the car that you like, the car that you may enjoy every day or for a project or whatever. If you are changing those characteristics one part of the time, at the end of the day, at the end of 1 year or two, you don't have almost anything that resembles the original car. The car that you fell in love, the project that you like, is no longer the project that you liked. So this screw is very special for one simple reason. You have to have a good base on this screw, a very large base, because don't forget you are tightening on the sheet metal of the door itself. So if you don't have a large base on the screw, on this case on the washer, you can have actually a cracked sheet metal on the door. If you use a smaller head bolt, the washer itself can collapse under the tightening of the bolt and do the similar damage on your door. So it is not difficult, it is not expensive. You just have to buy from your dealership or someone that sells original parts. And this is really not expensive. You just have to stick with original methods. I just have to add here a little bit of Loctite because the original factory one has. This one does not have. I don't really know why. I think I know why, but that is for another video. and let's do it. So just add a little bit, just a bit of Loctite on the tip of the threads. As you are tightening the screw onto the thread, the Loctite will actually cover all of the thread. If you know that your bolt rests on the middle or on the base, you can use your Loctite further down the bolt. So to insert, I already did that tune of the strap that you see on the other video. Not to disturb that tune, you want to remove one bolt at a time for your strap does not move. But if you want, you can retune your strap. So sorry about my giant head. Just screw it on. Do your torque. These new bolts, as they don't have the old factory Loctite, it is more like a paste. They screw in very lightly, not hard at all, like the factory ones. And yes, I am to remove all 4 bolts of this door, of this door strap. And as I am doing my other 3 doors, I will replace all of the screws. Bad or not, I will replace them all. This car has 15, 16 years. If this bolts last me another 15 to 16 to 20 years, I'm good, okay? As I was purchasing my bolts, I leave you the part number down there. I also bought a bag of this plastic covers, these rubber covers. They are the same on the Alfa 155, 156, and some other models I suspect. And this goes over there, okay? My plastic for the wheel cover is broken down there, and thus cannot hold for very long this plastic rubber. Well, for very long, I mean I put a new one about 10 years ago, so it lasts me 10 years. For those who don't recognize this, if you take out this plastic cover from the wheel arch, you will see these two, one of each side of the car, for many things. So you should not leave this open unless you want corrosion inside of your car. The lacking of this rubber does not mean you will have water inside of your car, on the carpets and so on. This is not for that. This is not for that purpose. This is just for the chassis part of the car, the inferior part, the structure of the car. So that was just a quick fix, I think. I like to use the silicone grease. It is not silicone glue, it is not RTV, it is a silicone grease. To insert rubber things and sometimes even plastic things. About the covers itself, why did I buy that? First of all, it is really not expensive. And I have 2 Alfas 156 and 1 Alfa 155, so I have 6 parts of that. And while it is still available, I decided to purchase and save it for my stock. So yeah, as you can see, it was really easy to break off the bolt. It was really offended. But the main thing is, can you see the amount of connection between the head of the bolt and the body of the bolt? It is just about 1 millimeter of connection. I mean, this part and this one really are just connected by about 1 millimeter of surface area. This is the disadvantage of these bolts. And on the Mercedes, like I told you, on the V8 engines, this is the same problem that they are facing. And they are replacing this type of head bolt with another type of bolt that does not have this design. and it is really a bit stronger, a lot more stronger. For this application, I don't think that we need to replace the kind of bolt that we are using, mainly because it is a very cheap bolt. The damage inflicted to it, if you caught it at time, is not too expensive. It is not like repairing an engine, for example. So replace your bolts when you are in doubt, replace it, and you can test it at the end. Guys, I really hope you like this video. This was a bit different, but at the same time, it was really interesting for me. Such small things sometimes can carry the strongest message. This message here is: do not always trust blindly on everything. Okay, even this information that I'm giving you here, go testify that. Go see for yourself if what I'm telling you here is really for real or if it is a little bit fake. I think the evidence speak from themselves. And guys, I see you next time, guys. Hope you like this video. Consider subscribing with your friends. Hit that like button, and also on the description below we have those part numbers for these bolts, for the covers, a lot of information related to this video and other videos as well, and helps for the channel. See you next time, guys. Bye.